everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new movie just dropped on Netflix, Namaste, Wahala. And this movie is Nollywood, Bollywood kind of mixed production, but it is Nollywood movie I saw, and it is Netflix made. And when I saw the trailer for this movie, Didi and Raj, they are two people, but they're from two different culture. Like Didi, she is Nigerian, but Raj is Indian. But they both live in Nigeria, and they meet at the beach. And their first meeting scene was most cheesy meeting scene you will ever see in your life. But it was interesting though. But after that, Raj, he thinks in his mind that he fell in love with this girl, but he was like kind of looking for her everywhere. But then at a party, he sees her again. Then he goes to her, and basically he just tell her that I want to marry you. And she's like, what? What now? That scene was quite funny. That's what I saw in the trailer. Based on that, that's why I decided to check this out. Of course, there is the biggest obstacle in their life is their parents. They don't want them to get married because they're from two different culture. So for that aspect, I thought this movie will be really interesting. While this movie does have some interesting part in it, but overall, I thought this movie does have some scene that drag out the movie. Especially this movie does center around Didi and her character. Didi is a very interesting character. She is a lawyer, but this movie does try to show you what she does there, and there is her dad there, and I thought her dad character is I don't know how to say this. Her dad is too much strict in this movie, especially the way he treat her. It's like almost borderline bullying her. And Didi, especially Didi, she's such a good daughter. She hasn't done anything to him. He just goes out of his way to bully her every morning. Looks like in this movie. And I was like, what the heck? And Didi, she just sits there, says nothing to him. And I'm like, say something to him. Especially like this movie, all these people kept telling her, which it did bother me in this movie, is like all these people kept telling Didi that she isn't good lawyer, but there wasn't any evidence she isn't. So I found that part for this movie is like, oh, what are you trying to say? So I also like Raj's character. I thought Raj's character is very interesting, and his mom is definitely very overprotecting, and she's just going out of a way to interrupt stuff in this movie. And I found them to be a little bit like overacting, I thought. But I might be wrong. I thought her character often, like, she went out of her line, especially the way she treated Didi. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I wish she treated her a little bit better. I don't know if it's realistic tone though. Of course, Raj's mom did look like she's too overprotective. Like, even his dad is like, why you care? Let him get married. Stop like interfering in his life. But she doesn't want to listen. She just want to interfere. I understand some moms are like that. You know what I mean? Like in this movie, it tried to show you like how these two cultures is so different, that are they gonna come together or not? But often this movie started with this idea that are they gonna come together or what? But the movie halfway did like sidetrack a lot. Especially you have to spend so much of your time with Didi and her dad and her mom. Especially they're just too strict for my taste. I found them. Overall, I thought it was interesting movie though. Still seeing two different culture display here. I thought that is very, especially one song number in this movie. I found that song number to be quite interesting. Overall, I will say this movie was an enjoyable watch for me. I did enjoy this movie. But it's not a perfect movie by any means. There is some slow scene, slow dragging, especially Didi's friend in this movie. She was so annoying, you know. She's just a side character there to annoy us. Other than that, I thought this movie was interesting. I had fun watching. That was my thought on this movie. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe and take care.